Hey, this is Ryan Dyson. I want to welcome you to the Video Sales Letter Profit Formula. Before we get started, let me ask you a question. Does this look familiar right here? Well, if you've been around internet marketing or any kind of marketing for any length of time, you should recognize that that is a long form sales letter. You got the classic headline at the top, the dear so-and-so, paragraphs, and if this is a normal traditional sales letter, then it probably goes on for quite some ways down here. I mean, this is a normal traditional long form sales letter, kind of like we're all used to seeing. Well, these are great, and they've worked for, gosh, probably well over a century. But in this training, what we're going to show you how to do is we're going to show you how to replace those tried and true long form sales letters with dirt simple and sometimes painfully ugly video sales letters that may look like this. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's a sales letter, really? And yeah, and in case you're wondering, is there anything else, down below in this area over here, down below this? Nope. What you see is what you get. This is the entire sales letter area right here, and we're gonna be talking more about this format as a whole. But in this case, this is it. This is the magic of video sales letters. Sorry, I can't draw a square there, by the way. But this is the magic of video sales letters. It's being able to to take the messages, to take the content, but put it in a different format. And I'll show you why it's working. In fact, what we've seen is that switching from those old tried and true long form print sales letters to a video sales letter can actually get you a doubling in sales and conversions overnight. So I want to tell you, as a quick background, how I discovered this video sales letter formula that works like crazy. I had a guy. His name is John Benson, and this is a picture of John. This is actually his before picture, and this is his after picture. And John is in the fitness industry, and we have a business in the fitness industry as well. And my partner in that business had John out just to kind of talk marketing and exchange ideas. And when he was there, John showed us this website, and I remember looking at it, and I asked him, I said, "This ugly site makes money?" And he said, "Yeah, lots and lots and lots of it." In fact, John started off his business like a lot of people. He had a traditional long form sales letter, and he actually sells this product on ClickBank. It's a fantastic product, by the way. It's called the Every Other Day Diet. If you're looking to lose weight, get in shape, this is actually a fantastic product. It's one I feel comfortable recommending to you. But anyway, so he sells this product on ClickBank, and he had sold it on ClickBank for over a year, I believe. But whenever he switched out the long form sales letter to this, his conversions doubled overnight. His sales doubled overnight. Affiliates started seeing the increase, and his product shot to the top of ClickBank, and still is in the top 3 today, and will probably stay there for quite some time. So when he showed it to me, I remember looking at it and being like, man, this can't be it. I mean, there was no header at the time. I think he's doing some graphical header tests right now. But I mean, this is it. In this, by the way, in case you're wondering, this area right here, this is it. This area right here is the video. That's it. The video is playing right there. You notice there's no controls, there's no border, there's no none of that. You just go to the website, and all of a sudden you hear John talking to you, and you see these words showing up on the screen. And this is the most simple form of all, and we'll talk about how it works and why it works and things like that. But needless to say, when he showed me his results, I was impressed. And we had already started switching a lot of our sales letters over to video, and we had seen an increase in conversions as well. But when some of the stuff that he showed us, it really worked very, very well. So in this training, I'm going to be showing you some of the things that we were doing beforehand, some of the things that we're still doing. I'm going to show you some of the stuff that John taught us, some of the changes that we're making, and we're going to kind of break down all the aspects of the video sales letter and give you everything you need to know so you can go out there and start testing it. Now, am I saying absolutely unequivocally across the board video sales letters are going to outpull text, traditional long-form text sales letters? No. There are no magic bullets. There are no one-size-fits-all solutions in marketing. But across the board for us in fitness, Forex, lots of other niche markets, we're seeing video beat text. So if we're seeing it across multiple markets, I feel pretty confident that you're going to see an increase in conversions in whatever markets you're in as well. So that's why it's important that you're watching this training, and that's why it's important that you get all the nuances and details of this, because that really does make all the difference. So first, let's talk about, before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's talk about why video sales letters work. Number one, they're easier and faster than writing sales letters, and this is actually the main reason that we switched over to video sales letters. We put out a lot of new products, not just in the internet marketing world, but in a lot of different products. And we needed, and I'm sorry, in a lot of different markets, and we needed a solution for creating copy so we could get them out there, because we found that our big constraint wasn't the ability to create products. We can create products relatively easily. We do the publisher model, we license content, things like that. Our big constraint, our big bottleneck was copywriting. And so we originally started doing video sales letters because we found we could just do them faster. We also found that we didn't need to hire these expert copywriters. The great thing about it, and this is important for you if you're just getting started and if you're not a great copywriter, it is very, very difficult to emote in print. It is really difficult to get emotion through, to generate excitement, to show passion, to show enthusiasm. All those things are really, really difficult to do in print. But if you're watching a video and you're producing a video like the one I'm doing right now, it's not hard for me to tell you if I'm excited. I can speed up the rate of my voice and be like, oh my gosh, this is the greatest thing in the world, and you can sense excitement. On the other hand, if I want to tone it down a little bit and maybe I want to express some disappointment or sadness, then I can do that. We know how to express through voice. We know how to express through pictures. So those are all things that video allows you to do. To express emotion like that in print, now that's a skill. That's really, really difficult. That's why fiction writers make a lot of money. It's not an easy task, but that's what you kind of have to do. That's what you have to get good at if you want to be a great copywriter. So in this instance, and if you're just getting started, if you find that you're not a great writer, trust me, you can be a great video sales letter copywriter. We're going to give you the template. We're going to give you the format that we use. All you really have to do is plug and play, and as long as you're excited about your product, as long as you're excited about what you're selling, that excitement's going to come through, that's going to permeate, and that's all you need. Video sales letters also work because in a lot of markets, they are perceived as content. So videos are still, and this kind of goes to the next point, videos are still a novelty in most markets. Now, in the internet marketing world, you're used to seeing videos, right? In the fitness world, so many people are ripping off John Benson that you're starting to see more and more videos out there. So the novelty will eventually fade away. You won't have that in every market forever. But if you're in a market that is not as sophisticated, you do get a nice bump. And the fact that it's video and the fact that video largely is perceived as content, largely is perceived as entertainment, gets you a higher consumption rate. So if somebody goes to a website and they just see a bunch of text, there's a significant portion of any market that's going to say, I don't want to read that right now. But if it's a video, they might be more inclined just to sit there because it's more passive. You also, and this is big, this is probably the single largest reason why video sales letters convert better than text. Let me ask you a question. When you go to a long form sales letter page, what's the first thing that you do? Now we've actually tested this because we have screen capture software where we will actually record the screen of every 10th visitor or 12th visitor who comes to our web page, so we can see what people do. And what we find is if we have a long form sales letter, typically this is what they do. So pretend here's our sales letter right here. Right, and there's, go away, there we go. And there's a headline up here, and then there's some more body copy down here, right? When people arrive to the web page, what they do is they read the headline. We can tell that because they pause briefly, and then what they immediately do is they scroll all the way down to the bottom, all the way down to the bottom of the web page, and they check for the price. Now let me ask you, do you do that? Is that something that you do? I know it's something that I do. So essentially what's happening if you're doing traditional long-form sales letters, especially in sophisticated markets, people are reading the headline to see if it's worthwhile for them, then they're checking out the price. And they're seeing the price before you've ever had a chance to build the value in your product, to build the value in what you're selling, and that's the problem. Because they now can make a snap judgment of, oh, this isn't worth $200, or oh, this isn't worth $50, or $20, or $1,000, or $2,000. They can make that snap judgment, and you haven't had the opportunity to create to build the value and to tell them everything that your product has to offer. You would never do that, by the way, in a one-on-one selling environment. If you were doing something in a one-on-one selling environment, and somebody said, "What's the price?" You'd probably stop and you say, "Well, before I tell you how much it costs, let me tell you everything that's in it. Is that fair?" That's the benefit that you have from a one-on-one selling environment. But if it's print, you cannot control the sales process. If you do video sales letters like we show you how to do it, where people don't have the ability to fast forward and things like that, then you do control the sales process. You can deliver it in the order it needs to be delivered in. You can take the time that you need to take to deliver the value build that you need to do. And that, I believe, is why video sales letters consistently are getting higher conversions than text sales letters. It's all these things combined, but I really believe that it's that last one, the fact that you control the sales process, that's the real big reasons that video sales letters work so well. Okay, so now that we've kind of gone over a brief overview of what you're about, of the training of video sales letters as a whole and how we started using them, I'm going to give you a quick overview of what you're going to learn in this training. First of all, Module 1, we're going to show you some video sales letter basics. We're going to cover an overview of how video sales letters are laid out, what the different elements are, and things like that. Module 2, we're going to show you how to craft your video sales letter offer. And this is where I'm going to give you our 12-point checklist. As long as you make sure that you've completed all 12 steps, I can pretty much guarantee you're going to have a video sales letter that sells, even if you're not an expert copywriter. In Module 3, we're going to show you how to record your video sales letter. And we actually have a lot of demo videos as well in this training that give you some more detailed information. But we're going to give you some info because I know you're probably, if you're new to all this, you're thinking, how on earth are you creating this video right now, Ryan? Don't worry, I'm going to show you all that. In Module 4, we're going to show you how to host your video sales letter, how to convert it, get it online so that people can see it. Module 5, how to architect your video sales page. That's a biggie because how your video sales page is laid out is absolutely crucial to how its conversion rate is. I mean, how high the conversion rate is. And there's not a one-size-fits-all. I'm going to show you a lot of different video sales page formats and show you kind of which one you should go with. Plus, I'm also going to give you 3 sneaky little video sales tricks, some of which we've just started testing, some of which we've got great data on, but it's some of our coolest, sneakiest, neatest, kind of voodoo tricks. I'm going to show you all those as well. So, now that you got everything ready, make sure you got a pen and paper ready. Make sure you're taking good notes because next up is Module 1, Basic Overview of the Video Sales Letter Formula.